Taking a look at today's equity index futures markets, let's take a look at the S&P 500 futures as they're realizing some selling pressure. We are seeing it down about 130 basis points currently. And with that, we are seeing a potential new closing low going back to July 19th as the S&P 500 futures are hovering right around the 42.95 level. And when we look at some of the reasons, I think, why we're seeing this renewed selling pressure today, there's a couple things I think to point to as we are moving into earnings, which is still about a week and a half away from kickoff. Valuations concerns seem to be one of the driving factors as we're seeing growth stocks particularly coming under some selling pressure here as the adjustments in interest rates have continued to unfold. Moderation there today, but still when you look at the general trends in the interest rate environment after the Fed announcement a couple weeks ago, they have been higher, and it does appear to be impacting some of the growth stocks as we're seeing a rotation. Energy stocks performed very well today, but it was not enough to stem some of the selling pressure in some of the other areas, particularly as the tech sector realizing some significant selling pressure. And that dragged down the S&P 500 index, which therefore took down the futures below 4,300. If you look at the general trends in the marketplace, as I mentioned, the S&P 500 futures are potentially here closing at new lows for the last couple of months, going back to July 19th, about 2.5-month lows. And we're also seeing NASDAQ futures under some selling pressure as well as they're pushing down to multi-month lows. Now, the Dow futures on the low end of the range, but have not taken out the lows that they did realize earlier in the summer, as the same with the Russell futures. So you are seeing that rotation, as I mentioned, I think last week a little bit when we talked about the equity index futures markets, that you're seeing the Russell and the Dow futures outperforming the NASDAQ and the S&P 500 futures in the most recent trends.